Live from our studios, you're watching Fox Illinois News at 9.
Tonight on Fox Illinois News at 9, Election Night in America. We'll bring you results from elections both local and the national races as Americans everywhere make their voices heard. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to our special coverage of the 2024 election. I'm Stacey Skryzak.
And I'm Dawn Sterling. We have reporters all across Central Illinois covering everything from local to statewide races.
We'll be checking in with them throughout our show to get a live look at Election Day across Illinois.
That's right. Well, we kick off this evening. We want to first take a look at a few of the local races for U.S. House of Representatives. The incumbent, Republican Mike Bost, is defending his seat in District 12 against Democrat Brian Roberts. You can see that the projected winner is Bost there with 76% of the vote.
And in the District 13, where Democrat Nikki Budzinski is looking to defend her seat against Republican Joshua Lloyd, the district serves 4 different counties from Macoupin to Champaign, and right now with 42% reporting, 53% with Nikki in the lead.
And in the 17th district, you have incumbent Democrat Eric Sorensen taking on Republican Joe McGraw. And Sorensen assumed office in January of 2023. McGraw, a retired judge who served in the 7th Judicial Court. That race shows right now just a slight lead by Joe McGraw. However, there's only 36% of precincts in right now.
And a few more updates from other districts. Republican Mary Miller keeps her District 15 seat after running unopposed.
Yeah, and then District 16 Republican Darren LaHood in a similar situation, keeping his seat after facing no challenger.
All right, let's take a look at some more results. 52nd District, where Republican Jeff Brownfield's looking to unseat incumbent Democrat Paul Faraci. And now this district serves the eastern part of Illinois, counties like Champaign, Vermilion. You can see right now, Champaign has not released their numbers. We are unsure right now. Nothing is being reported.
Yes, for sure. And here in Illinois, there are plenty of state positions up for grabs. For state representative in the 87th district, we have incumbent Republican William Howder taking on independent David Gill.
Howder assumed office in January of 2023. Gill is a doctor and former emergency room physician. Taking a look with 37% reporting, William Howder is in the lead with 79%.
Again, it's still early in the night. In the 95th district, incumbent Republican Mike Coffey looking to hold on to his seat against Democrat Kristen Charo. Coffey took over for Tim Butler after he resigned in January of 2023. As that race currently stands, you see with Mike Coffey in a slight lead with 51% of the vote.
For the 96th district, Sue Shearer is the incumbent Democrat. She takes on Republican Lisa Smith. Shearer's been in office since 2013. Smith has spent her career as a pediatric nurse practitioner. With just 6% reporting very early in the night, Sue Shearer has a 70% lead.
And again, over in the eastern part of the state, you have Republican Brandon Schweitzer defending his 104th district seat against Democrat Jarrett Clem. That race, again, no numbers in right now at this point on the east side of the state.
And in District 102, there are no challengers to the current representative. That's Adam Niemerg.
Yeah, he will continue to serve in that role, and his home office is located in Teutopolis.
And we want to take a closer look now at some of those statewide races.
Yeah, our Carolina Hassett is live at the state capitol tonight with more. Carolina?
That's right. I'm currently inside the state capitol, continuing to bring you updates on those statewide races. Now, we just want to remind you, these votes are still being counted. These numbers are changing as we speak. These are just the last time I checked these numbers. So let's go ahead and focus right now on the U.S. representative races. Now, there were 3 of those. So the first one, we've got District 12, Democrat Brian Roberts versus Republican Mike Bost. Now, according to the AP, Bost has won that race. Now, in District 13, we have Democrat Nikki Budzinski versus Republican Joshua Lloyd. Budzinski currently leading that race. And in District 17, we've got Democrat Eric Sorensen and Republican Joe McGraw. Now, those two, they've been extremely close and extremely tight all night. However, McGraw seems to be slightly leading that race the last time we checked. Now, we're going to bring you updates on state representative and state senator races coming up tonight at 9:30. For now, we're going to send it back to you in the studio.
All right. Thank you, Carolina. Don't go anywhere. We'll be checking back in with you later in the show.
All right. Taking a look at some things that state voters were asked. Special advisory questions. Now, one of those being, should a candidate on the ballot be subject to civil penalties if he or she interferes with an election worker's duties? Now, you can see right now with 46% of the statewide question, it looks like the yes, overwhelming yes to that.
Another question voters face. Should the state amend the Illinois Constitution to create an additional 3% tax on income greater than $1 million for property tax relief? Illinoisans making their voice heard with that one, currently standing at yes right now. But again, there's less than 50% of precincts reporting throughout the entire state. But right now, the yeses have it there.
And across the country, people will be voting on reproductive rights. Here in Illinois, voters saw a question about the issue that says, should assisted reproductive treatments, including in vitro fertilization, be covered by health insurance? Right now, as we've said, 45% reporting, and with an overwhelming yes, over 2 million votes for yes. Continuing our team coverage, Champaign County has multiple races that could change how government's structured.
Yeah, Fox Illinois' Carson Gordy joins us live in Urbana after researching the issues. Carson?
If you go on the Champaign County Circuit website and you try to look up for election results, right now you're not going to see anything at the moment. The results have not been tabulated. I just spoke to the office 15 minutes ago. I spoke to the chief deputy. They said until the last in-person voter is processed, they will not be releasing the votes of the mail-in or of the last of the early vote. I just had somebody show me a sign that she got rewarded, a special sign that said last voter. So we're getting to that point where Champaign County is going to start releasing those results. But right now we don't know anything about the contested races. You know, there's a sales tax referendum that's on the ballot. It would increase the sales tax from 25 cents to 50 cents for every $100 spent. And there's also a question about whether Champaign County is going to keep the position of county auditor. You know, there's some government officials that say it's a waste of money, and then there's some proponents that say it's needed to be an independent watchdog of the community. And that should be a tight race. You know, there's a Democrat, George Dano, is taking on Republican challenger Alan Anderson, but there's a real possibility that neither of them will be the next county auditor, you know, if the voters decide to get rid of that position. In Urbana, I'm Carson Gordy. Back to you.
All right. Thanks, Carson. It could be a long night waiting there for any of those results in Champaign. Stay up to date with our website as you watch the results come in.
Again, and Carson just went over this, but that Champaign County auditor's race, again, one is looking to eliminate the position as a whole, and it's George Danos and Alan Anderson.
All right. Also in Champaign County, potentially looking to get rid of the position altogether. As you just mentioned, voters were asked about ending that position effective December 1st. As we've mentioned, we are still waiting because they are waiting for that last in-person voter before they start tallying.
And that is notorious for Champaign County. They are notorious for getting late results. They want everything in before they start releasing those results. Also in Champaign County, they're deciding on that increase in sales tax by 0.25%. And again, we don't have any numbers as of right now.
All right. Well, let's turn to Sangamon County and state's attorney race. Democrat Kimberly Talkin taking on incumbent Republican John Milhiser. Now let's take a look at those right now. We've got only 22%, so still less than a quarter of the precincts reporting, with right now a tight race. John Milhiser with the lead with 53%.
And again, polls have only been closed here in Illinois for an hour, basically. But our Spencer Davis, 2 hours, and our Spencer Davis is live in Springfield with a closer look at the state's attorney's race.
Yeah, how's it shaping out there, Spencer?
Yeah, thanks, guys. And again, ballots are still being counted. Just like Carson and Carolina said, we've had people wheel by, I don't know, maybe 6, 7 loads of it, and they're still loading up more cars around the corner as well. But again, like you guys said, John Milhiser ahead currently on Kimberly Talkin. And again, John Milhiser's held this position before. He's held it for about, I believe it was about 8 years before he moved up into the U.S. District Office, and then he was reappointed in November. And Kimberly Talkin, a 15-year trial attorney here in Sangamon County, so no stranger to the area as well. But again, like we've been saying, it is in fact John Milhiser leading the way early on. And again, like you said, 22% are in. People are still being counted. We're still counting ballots. But for right now, that's all I have in Sangamon County. Reporting live, I'm Spencer Davis. Back to you.
All right, thanks for that update, Spencer. We're going to check back in with Spencer later to see how some of those other races in Sangamon County are shaping up.
That's right. And taking a look at how the circuit clerks race with current clerk Republican Joe Roche trying to defend his position from Democrat Jawanda Burrage. It stands right now at Roche at 52% compared to Burrage's 48%. Again, only 22% of the precincts are in right now. And in the Sangamon County Recorder's race, Democrat Josh Langfelder defending against Republican Frank Lesko. Lesko has run on a campaign focused on eliminating the position as a whole should he win. He'd be out of a job, right? Well, that race currently sits at 59% for Josh Langfelder and 41% for Frank Lesko.
And make sure to follow all of our coverage, both on air here on Fox, our sister station News Channel 20, and of course, online. You can catch updates on social media and on our website, foxillinois.com.
Don't miss a video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today for more Central Illinois news.